Tcamatlhh once again. Welcome back to the channel. Checking out my videos, thank you very much. We are at the end once again. We are going to summarize a little bit of what we've learned, but more importantly, kind of summarize what this word, what this value means, and what kind of importance that it holds in my heart. So, this is going to sound a bit morbid, but I plan on dying here. Not here specifically, but in this land. You know, I was born here, I'm going to die here. And I don't say that to be morbid or to try and make you think that I'm like a cool, edgy, emo death lord or whatever. I mean, look at how I'm dressed. Like, it just doesn't match the aesthetic. I look like a rejected model for the native Ken doll, you know? What I'm trying to say is that I've been many places. I've traveled quite a bit. And that's, again, not me trying to brag or say, because I was pampered. I was a spoiled child who was petulantly packed throughout the world. I didn't want to go nowhere. I would rather just be in my room playing video games, watching movies, reading books. But that's not what life had for me. Kids, I don't know if I'll ever have them, but I have siblings that do have kids. I have nieces and nephews already in the world, and, you know, I can die a happy man if they have even 1/10 of the opportunity that I did to explore these lands. You know, I was once told that you're very lucky to be here. This world has 7 billion with a B people on it, and within those people there's 1,000 languages and even more, or half of that, ethnicities, and you were born Nukhalk. It's just kind of crazy to think about, and that's with any native. Like, out of all the different, you were born Celtic or Algacho or any of the other Cree, you know, Blackfoot, and that within itself holds a special importance. You know, I've made a lot of stupid decisions in my life, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. I plan on making countless more. But you know, one thing I was always told that was a mistake, that I've never felt like I was doing anything wrong, or I never felt like it was a mistake in any sort of capacity, and that was leaving this valley. I was told that, you know, like, you're young, you gotta go and get your education. But I'm getting an education here. Maybe it's not through textbooks and PowerPoints and, you know, 7-hour lectures that are just reiterating the same point over and over and over again, but just seeing how many words in the thesaurus that you've read. No, I also haven't been, you know, trained like exclusively under elders, but I've been gaining traditional knowledge and learning the language and learning the songs, and I wouldn't be able to do that without the land. I mean, you can learn in a classroom. By golly, it's definitely harder. But the land is where you come from. It's also kind of where you're going. I'm very happy where I am. I mean, there's some things I regret, but staying for my education, staying to continue my education in the traditional way is not something that I will ever regret. And it's not just here in Nukhalk. There's so many other territories in this valley. Well, there's so many territories, there's so many places of land in which I've learned. You know, in Kimsquit and Newtill, I learned how to be a good son. I learned how to be a good friend. Rivers Inlet, I learned how to fix a broken heart. And here in Belakula, I learned how to speak up for myself when I felt like my voice didn't matter. And so the land will teach you. The land will show you. You just gotta keep your eyes open. I might have said this already in a video, but one of my favorite sayings was always, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. If you keep 2 of those shut and 1 open, or if you keep 1 of those shut and the other 2 open, you might actually learn something. And I don't think that just applies to classrooms or to documentaries or essays or lectures. I think that also applies to, just going out, listening to Mother Earth, Mother Nature, see what she has to say. And I would like to end this video by just saying, where do you find your connection? Where does the valley speak to you? And where should you speak to the valley? Again, it might not even be in this valley, and not all of us are, rich billionaires who can go up to the top of a mountain just to take a cool photo. Or, we're not unlimited in our resources, but if you reach out, I'm sure that you will find someone who is willing to take you to a part of the land and show you something on the land. And again, that's just that saying of rediscovery. It's bouncing around in my skull. I went out, I heard a voice in the wilderness, and I went out and I discovered that it was my own. Because sometimes that is really, you don't know how to put it into words and you don't know how to articulate it, but it's out there, man. So what will you do to find your voice, and where will you find it?